If you haven't seen the news, mortgage rates are not moving in the right direction. And I keep getting a lot of people saying, John, when are rates gonna get better? I bought a house a couple years ago. I thought I was gonna date this rate. Like, when's that gonna happen? When can I refinance? And then I have other people that are thinking of buying a house. And they're like, I just need lower rates so that I can go ahead and do this thing. I wanna buy this house. But the reality is markets are just too strong. The economy is just too strong. I think there's really just one thing you wanna look for. It's sort of a two-part process. Part one, you need to have people in your circle, in your direct contact of life, lose their jobs. Surprise. They didn't see it coming. Like, they just one day called you and they're like, oh my God, I lost my job. I was laid off yesterday. And not the kind of layoffs that come with like 6 months severance, like the ones that are like, I'm sorry, we have to let you go. You got 2 weeks. And then the second part of that is you call them 2 months later trying to check in and you're like, how's it going? And they're like, I still haven't found a job. No one's hiring. I've submitted a whole bunch of applications. I can't find a job. It's in that moment that I think interest rates are dropping. Between now and that moment, they might not. This might be as good as it gets. We might be in this 6 to 7% world for a lot longer than people think. Now, in some areas, that actually might mean housing stress. It might mean values drop. It might mean sellers can't sell their properties. In other markets, it might not matter. I'm in the DC Metro region, and in that area, we thrive on government spending. And that's the one thing that is very constant right now. The government is spending out of control. So I'm sure that's filtering into my local market. Incomes remaining very strong. So our housing supply is limited and incomes are high, with the primary employer of all the affiliates sweeping up to government spending. So one could argue that our market's gonna remain safe and secure and continue chugging along, while other markets experience some stress as these interest rates remain elevated, much higher than people think, for much longer than they're willing to accept. Tell me your thoughts.